What's up? I'm so excited to have you back on another video. I'm super excited to be doing this amazing video today. I am going to be making these little two-tone studs, marble, not as much as marble as I wanted them to be, but this is some of the supplies that I'm going to be using, and I cannot wait to tell you about this new UV resin that I decided to use. Well, it's not new. I don't think it's new, but it's new to me. And stay tuned because I'm going to tell you why I never use UV resin on the top of earrings. I'm going to show you exactly why. So let's get right into this video. Hey girl! Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been a part of the Oh So Pretty Squad, I'm so glad that you're back. If you want to join the squad, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button and you are in. On this channel, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes of my handmade accessories business, as well as give you helpful tips and helpful information for running a small handmade or product-based business. So don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's create something oh so pretty. Okay, so let's get into it. So I'm going to be using a little piece of this gold, some white, and I'm also going to be using some translucent and a little bit of a pearl to make, to kind of make a somewhat of a marble, but later on I'm going to chop up more gold, more white, more translucent, but I wanted like more of a creamy color in there as well. And so now you see me like doing the chop up. So the actual color that I just mixed is what I'm chopping right now. And then I also add, like I said, more gold, more translucent, more white. And I kind of chop all this up together to make a marble. And I'm also using some scrap from some other stuff that I was working on. So you'll see me like cutting off some of that scrap, but I'm really making a really nice, like creamy gold type marble. So I'm forming it into a ball, and then I'm going to roll it out. So it comes out really good. I wish I had a little bit more translucent in it. So when I actually make a full collection to this, I'll probably do a little bit more translucent to give it that really warm color. I really need to get me some Cernet translucent as well. I think that'll look really good in this, but I need to get some. So that's what I'm doing here. And so I'm just running it through the machine, just trying to get a good marble effect. One of the things with marble is like you can't take it through the machine too much, because then you'll really start to like combine your colors. So in order for it to stay like, you know, more marble, you can have more marbling, less marbling, is really up to you. So I just get it to my liking. And then what I'm going to do after I roll it out a little bit, just to get some of those lines off from putting it through the machine, just kind of getting it smooth. Do not judge my nails through this whole video, guys. Like, just don't pay attention to them because they're jacked. I don't care. Don't leave me no comments about my nails or nothing like that, okay? Because I'm going to get them done. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, sometime soon. So I just want to, you know, put that little tidbit in there for y'all. They're going to be jacked. They match this little thing that I'm doing. They jacked, okay? And the reason why they're jacked is actually from me doing earrings, because the acetone just like I was like doing and sanding and all the things. So making earrings is actually what's actually ruined my nails. So yeah. Okay, so now I also made a black slab, a black marbly slab. I didn't record that one. I don't know why, but basically I just took some of the pearl, some white, and I kind of did the same thing. I mixed it with a white. And then I cut both of them as straight as I can, and then now I'm like putting them together. So I do circles, and then I also am going to do some squares as well, because I just wanted to have some studs. So whenever I'm done with that, I just turn it over and I can easily cut some more out. So because I knew I was going to resin this, I did not bother to put like a backing on them or anything. But after I baked them, it was still pretty strong, but you want to make sure you get them like really pushed together so they can kind of bond so the earring is not weak after the fact. So that's what I would say, just a tidbit. When I was moving them around before I put them in the oven, they were still like a little weak. They weren't quite as gelled together, but by the time I took them out the oven, they were like really strong together. And plus, because I was going to be doing resin on them back and front, actually, because typically I do resin on the back of my earrings as well to secure the post. And yeah, so they'll be secure. They won't break apart or whatever. But now I'm preparing them to go into the oven. I typically bake my earrings at around 265, 275 for about an hour, especially if it's going to be resin. Because that resin is going to add the extra security and all those things. Sometimes if I'm not going to resin, I might bake it over like hour and 15, hour and 20. It just really depends on the clay and all those different things. But I know sometimes people ask me how long do I bake and all of those things. So just wanted to clarify that. Okay, so I really wanted to take these up a notch. Yes, they look good like this, but after they got out of the oven, I basically went through with a marker, and this is a paint pen, not a marker, sorry, a paint pen. It is the Premium Prime Deco Color Gold paint pen, metallic. It's oil based, opaque, metallic paint marker. And so I'm going between each line and just, making them a little bit more fancier with this gold line. So I really liked how it turned out. And it just really makes a very simple earring have a little bit of like extra, a little extra. And we extra over here, so that's what we do. Okay, today I'm going to be trying out two new products. I actually got this from Michaels, and basically it is a UV resin hard type. Um, it it says cures almost instantly, clear, hard finish, non-yellowing. I don't know. Most UV resins do yellow over time, but I want to try these out, especially because these are prototypes. I'm going to try these out on the top, and I'm going to do the post with these, which I normally never do. I always do part epoxy on the top, but I'm going to try it out today just to see if we like it. I most likely I'm not going to use this as a thing. I'm gonna still stick with two-part epoxy, but I just wanted to see if this is a great dupe, or in the pinch you can use this, especially when you're doing prototypes. And then I'm going to also be using this UV resin UV flashlight. And I'm gonna do sun, but I'm gonna kind of set them with this first, and then I'll put them out in the sun as well to like finish the cure. So let's see. I'm gonna see how it works. We're gonna use it together. All right, safety first. Put on my gloves and all of my PPE. Prior to doing this resin. So I'm going to get this opened, and then I'm going to start putting the resin on it. But before I put the resin on, I put a little bit on, but then I took it back off because I forgot that I wanted to go over the white part, the creamy part, with some acetone, because if you've ever dealt with polymer clay, white or light colors, you can tend to sometimes get like lint and just debris all in it. So I wanted to make sure I clean those off really good before I start with the resin part. I don't know why, because these are just prototypes, but hey, I'm gonna wear them, so um, that's fine. But yes, I am kind of going through and doing that, and then I'll start doing the resin. Okay, so let's start with the resin. Before I did all of them, I basically wanted to like kind of try it out. So I went in and I put resin on one of them, and then I went in with the UV light to cure it, and seemed to be curing really well. This is not something that I would do because I do have a UV light that I can sit them under and push the button, but I thought that a lot of times with UV resin, if you can get it cured just a little bit, like I just want to be able to hit it with the UV light and then put it under or put it in the sun is what my plan was. And it rained today, so I did get it out there before it rained. But yeah, this is why it's great to have a UV light, even though I prefer curing my UV resin in the sun. But like again, I just want to remind you guys, I do not use UV resin for pieces that I'm going to sell, only for prototype. So this is something quick, it's easy for me to do. I don't have to wait a whole 24 hours. So if I'm trying to try out a collection, sometimes I use UV resin and I end up keeping them or whatever with the prototypes or something, giveaway something. I don't sell these because I just do not like the end result of the resin. And I was going to tell you later on that I'm going to show you something later on, which this is the reason why I don't like it, because this is what happens. Another thing that happens, which I'm noticing right now, is that the UV light, another reason why I don't like the UV light, because it cures really fast, and it a lot of times causes polymer clay to curl up on the ends. So you can see that one that I'm pointing to was flat, and you can see this one very slightly it is starting to curl, and I didn't even have the light there very long, but if you can see, it was previously stuck to the tile, sealed just like the black one over there, but it's starting to curl. So that's another reason why I don't like the UV light. I like to do the sun because the curing is a lot slower, so it doesn't curl up the edges. And once again, I don't use this for, this is why I use two-part epoxy. It just takes a lot longer during that process. So sometimes when I'm doing prototypes, I don't want to waste all that time to see if I really like the design. And so if it's a viable design, I really like it, then I'll actually make them in, correctly and take the time to wait for the two-part epoxy to dry. Okay, just like I thought, yeah, I did not like the way these were already starting to cure. One of the things that two-part epoxy often does is it has these really fine bubbles, or like air, they're not even air bubbles, like you can kind of see them. If you look really closely, you can see those little dimples. That right there, I cannot stand those, burn me up. So that's why I don't use it. That's why I don't use it. All right, guys, so this is the finished product, which, like I said before, you see all of those little holes, which that's why I hate UV resin. I mean, it's smooth, but you can really see those. That's annoying. But where's one that I can show you guys? I really do love how you can really see the detail with the resin. So those look good. Like these ones, next time I make them, I'll make sure there's like a little bit more gold running through them. This one is a really good one. This is what I really like. You can really see the white, the gold, and the pearl in both. But yeah, this UV resin is trash. So if you want to know if this works, the answer is no. And I really don't even like how it did the backs either, so I'll stick with my regular resin, not this. Don't buy it from Michael's. Thank you for watching another video. If you are here a part of TGIW, and if you don't even know about TGIW, check the description so you can watch some of the other shows from Wednesday's lineup. If you want to shop products that I actually love, make sure you also check my description box because I have my Amazon link in there and you can shop all the products that I absolutely love. And I know they work. Peace out.